Okay. Let's wait another 2 minutes for the last ones, and then we can start. So if you need some time for getting coffee or something, how are you feeling this morning? Perhaps can use this to ask you. Okay, I see the thumbs. Cool. Seems like it's good.
How are you doing this morning?
I am okay. Yeah, like I have this ear infection, so I'm like half deaf in one ear. It's quite strange, but actually seeing you makes me quite energetic, so I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you, Matthias. Okay, yeah, let's just start, and whoever comes will come. So first, apologies for not uploading the abstract of this workshop in advance. I'll make sure to upload it later, so just you can go through it in your free time. So this session will be 1 hour and a half, and we will start 45 minutes with me and then 45 minutes with Pebbles. And this first 45 minutes will be kind of, yeah, personal reflection workshop. So if you don't have any paper and pen next to you, please make sure that you do, because it will help you with just like flowing through that. Cool. So this workshop is about fear change and predictive processing. And I will shortly explain what predictive processing means. And please, if you have any questions, just jump in and ask. So, because it could be, I'm saying in advance, it could be tiny bit like confusing. Yeah, so if you need more clarity, please don't hesitate to just like unmute yourself and speak. Cool. So this is our agenda for the next 45 minutes. We will start with 5 minutes of observation, or as I like to call it, fear detector. And then we will move to an exploration mode, and we will time travel to the past. This will take 10 minutes. And the third and last part will be optimization, which I will introduce you to a tool I designed. And perhaps this will also could help you to organize your thoughts and your goals and everything you need. And this will take 15 minutes. Before we start, anyone has a question? No. Okay, cool. So what is predictive processing? So predictive processing understands the brain as a prediction action machine that tries to minimize error in its prediction about the world. It is a theory that sees the brain essentially as a device for anticipating the upcoming sensory states of the organism. Arguably, predictive processing is one of the most basic functions of neural computation, with prediction errors driving brain processes and behavior. Yeah, I know that could sound really like Chinese. So if I need to simplify it, so that's basically what it is. Predictive processing is essentially what drives us crazy, especially when we're facing uncertainty and trying to make sense of change. And most importantly, predictive processing is one of the reasons that we are suffering when we are expecting something and then the reality doesn't match these expectations. And that's the moment where some of us will start to build up fear and actually stopping themselves from taking a leap or doing something that could take them into a more stretch zone that is important for them to grow. Any questions? Is it clear, or do you need more explanation? Okay, cool. So the first part of this will be an observation, and it will be a personal reflection about distorted reality. So there are like 4 questions here, which I really encourage you to ask yourself and write it down. And once I'll mind the time, so I'll just let you know once the 5 minutes is done. Does that sound like a plan? Just thumbs me up. Cool. Great. So 5 minutes will start now. I'll try to see if I'm even able to give you some nice music in the background. Okay. Okay. How was that? Is there any one of you that would like to share? I know that it could be quite personal, so there is no pressure, but if there is someone that is interested to share at least like his their answer for one of the questions. Okay. Cool. So
I can answer one actually, if you want.
Yeah, please.
So I can actually answer the first one because it's something I've talked more about with some people, but something that scares me about the future is like my job or career not being what I imagine it to be today. And that like getting my cancer back or someone in my family will get cancer. Like it's a constant fear.
And do you feel like, do you know where this is coming from? Like what causes this fear?
I think the career one is more like because I'm so uncertain, I think. I'm always like questioning, like, am I doing this right? Will I fit in? Like, I don't even know that much about the job industry. So it's kind of like the future is scary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing.
I can share as well.
Please.
Also, like the first one, I think what scares me most about the future is the uncertainty of it all. Like, is the pandemic going? Is it here to stay? Is it? Sorry, there are two people talking now. Yes, sorry, there are two people in the same room. Is it? I guess like it's the that I don't know what is going to happen, sort of, and that's I think is why I have a massive control behavior, sort of. So I feel like the uncertainty is something that is tearing me apart.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just looking now at the time, and unfortunately, since we're kind of back to back, I will need to stop it here so we can move forward. But please, like, if there is someone that would like to share it later on or on a more personal way, please feel free. I'm very happy to hear your observations. Okay, so moving on into the exploration part of this workshop. So I want you to time travel to your past and write down 3 events in your life that changed you. And try to think of these 3 events from these 3 perspectives. So 1, what did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about the world? And how did you change after these events? I'll mind the time. 5 minutes will start now.
Excuse me, can we get the question again?
Yes. Sorry, it's uh, 1 minute to go. Okay. Um, how was this part? Is there anyone that would like to share? Okay, cool. So moving on, the next part of this exploration journey is picture from the future. So I really want you to take 5 minutes to imagine yourself in 10 years from now and try to capture your thoughts, your feelings, what is around you at that moment. And write yourself a very short note on, what are you most proud of, what makes you happy at that time, what you're wishing to continue doing for keeping your healthy state of mind. Yeah, like keep it short, keep it just like fluid without thinking too much about that. I'll mind the time. 5 minutes will start now. 2 minutes to go. Okay. How was that? Perhaps I'll leave you. I'm not going to ask if someone wants to share. We'll just move forward, and I'll leave you to your thoughts at that point. And we're gonna move forward into the third part, which is towards optimizing yourself and your being. So in that 5 minutes, I want you to navigate uncertainty and reflect on what role uncertainty plays in your life and how it directs your happiness. And think of what are you doing at the moment for balancing and getting more awareness in your life. 5 minutes will start now. 1 minute to go. Okay, so please like take these thoughts and bring it into the next part. And this is basically a tool that I designed for myself to kind of map what I want and what I need in order to create a more holistic development for myself. So I call it like the WBMS matrix, and it basically talks about 4 pillars that are really important for living a healthy life and for thriving in a more centered way. So the first part is work, which talks about purpose fulfillment and what we do for living and how we are actually working ourselves as part of a member of society. Then the second part is mind. So it's about like motionless reset. So what do you do for creating stillness in your life? Then the third part is soul. What do we do for no purpose? So what do we do only for fun and for developing our own individuality? And then the fourth part is body, which I call physical whispering. And this is more about like the healthy state of the body. So what do we do for keeping this organism healthy? Unfortunately, we are kind of running out of time. So I perhaps will give you 2 minutes to look at this matrix. And I would really encourage you to start to feel like these 4 parts according to where you at in your life. Yeah, and then I will upload this to the workbook, so you will have it and you can always return and look at it. But take like 2 minutes to reflect and just observe this, and we will resume in 2 minutes from now.
I thought you meant first that our time was running out in reference to the physical body.
Sorry again.
When you said our time is running out, I thought you meant the physical body is kind of one step towards the grave constantly.
No, our time is running out for this session. Yeah. Okay, so 2 minutes unfortunately passed, but as mentioned, I will upload it so you can just take all the time in the world that you need for assessing yourself, and that will bring me to the last part of this session. But because of time constraints again, I'll just give you 1 minute to perhaps just write yourself these questions so you can feel it during the day or whenever you have time. Yeah, so take this extra minute to just like observe them, perhaps answering them, or at least just writing them. Okay, 1 minute is gone. So that's basically bring us to the end. Thank you so much for this super sprint session. I will upload it to the workbook so you could just return to it. And yeah, that's it for now. Let me just go out of this screen sharing. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I see that Pierre writing trust the process. This is definitely a very good conclusion and rule. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it just gave you some food for thought, and kickstarted this day about design fiction and how to speculate yourself and your mind. Yes, thank you. And now I will move the stage to